Welcome to this video. We'll now see an example scenario of using REST client to interact with RQM using the REST API. This is the RQM application and I'm inside a project area called JKE Banking. And here is the REST client. This is a plugin on Firefox which you can download using the add-ons option on Firefox. A quick look at this tool. It provides options to perform HTTP, GET, POST, PUT and others given here. URL is the address bar where you will give the link, the REST API link to the application. We'll see in a bit as to how you would perform or create these links. We need to use header values to be able to interact with RQM or any application which supports REST API. For RQM we need to use these four. Let's go through it one by one. First is the accept, and it should hold the value application/XML. Then the OSLC core version, which should hold a value 2.0. Content type, which should hold the value application/RDF plus XML. You need not try hard to remember these names. You can just type here and a running text will give you the possibilities of which you can select. And finally the XJAS CSRF prevent, and this value is used, or this particular header is used to avoid 403 forbidden errors from the application. And how we get this value we'll see in a bit. So let me go to the cookies on the browser. You would get that from the privacy tab on options for Firefox. You can click on show cookies. Go to entry for the host name of the application, in this case RQM, and highlight an entry called JSession ID belonging to RQM. So this is the path /QM, this belongs to RQM, and you can just copy the content. This would be the JSession ID. You can come over here and paste this as a value for XJAS CSRF prevent. So that's about the tool, and a couple of other things are the body is where you pass on the XML value in case of put or post operations performed here, and the response box is where you will see the response from the application. First tab will give you the status and other header values, and the next two tabs you will see the body, or in fact all the three tabs you will see the body in different forms. The last one gives you a preview in XML. The other two are XML as well in different formats. Here is the RQM REST API documentation, which helps you build the REST API URL we can use on the REST client. And in this example we'll be using a REST API URL of this format. It contains the integration URL /resources, which is a keyword, the project alias, and the resource type. Integration URL has the format given here. It includes the host name to RQM or CLM server, the port it works on, the context root, which is by default /QM for RQM applications, keyword service, and the integration API. The project alias can be obtained in quite a few number of ways. One, using the list of project areas that you get from the quality management application, all projects. Go here, you hit the URL on the browser, you'll get a list of all the project areas. Or you can use other ways of if you have recorded the project area name somewhere, you can use that here. Resource type will be the actual artifact type. In terms of RQM, it will be the artifact type. It can be a test plan, test case, or a test suite, and others. So let me get back to the REST client. In this example scenario, I'm trying to pull out the test plans inside the JKE banking project area. So in order to do that, I will go ahead and modify this URL. As you can notice, uh, first part is the integration URL up to this point, and this holds the value which includes the host name, the port, up to the API name, and slash resources. And the next part would be the project area name, which I'm going to modify. So that holds JKE banking now. And I'm interested in looking at the test plans of this particular project area. So that completes the URL. Let me hit send. So it'll take a moment. And you can quickly see how did it go. These are standard HTTP status codes, which you can easily look up online in case you see anything unexpected. And the other three tabs will give you the actual data. So the last one, for example, can give you an XML or a much easier to follow or read format of this. So for example, here we are looking at the list of test plans with the IDs. Here is one with the title TP1, and it holds the ID value 1. And there are others which hold a different type of an ID value, as here. And this test plan has the name very big plan, and so on. This list, it gives you the complete list of test plans, or in general the artifact type that you have queried. That is about the get operation. You can as well perform a post using the method as post, and then put in an XML representation of the data that you want to post as a test plan. That was about the REST client, and I would also like to just highlight a blog that can really help you while using REST API to interact with RQM and other such applications. So this is the one. It's written by Stefan Leroy. I found it very useful. So this, along with the RQM or the REST API documentation, will serve as a very good reference. And one final point to note is, in order to use the REST client, the user credentials that will be used by the REST client needs to have few certain permissions. It should at least be a project admin or a JAS admin, with here in this case I've given the highest role possible, that is JAS admin, and it should also have a license available. Quality professional is preferable. So the point with the user profile is that the session opened by this user on this browser will be used by the REST client to perform actions, or use the REST API and interact with the application. So that's the importance of providing the role and the license to the user. That completes my demo. Feel free to tag or mention your comments on this page. I'll be watching. Thank you.